In today's video, I will show you a trick in List.Accumulate function to add multiple columns in one step. Number of columns that we are going to add is equivalent to number of months in our input table. And the calculation which we are going to do in our new column is to find percentage of contribution for each month. Here, sales for company A is 810, in which Jan month's contribution is 22%, February month's contribution is 31%. I'll try to pick this table into Power Query editor using the shortcut key Alt-APT. This is our input table and name of the table is source. I'll try to insert a step here in which I'll try to extract column names of our input table as a list. Table.column names. Here we're going to iterate on each month. So we don't need the first items of company. So I will skip this first item using List.Skip function. By default, it will skip the first item. So we don't have to feed the second argument. This is the list which are going to iterate on List.Accumulate function. The second argument, I'll feed our input table, which is source. That argument is a function in which I'll declare two variables. One is state, for that I will use S. Next one is current value, for that I will use C. In each iteration, we are going to add a column. For that I will use table.addColumn function. In the table argument, use S. We are going to add a column on our state table. New column name, I'll try to use current value concatenated with percentage symbol. That argument is a column generator as function in which I will simply use each underscore. I'll see the result and then I will improvise. This has added 4 columns. In each column, it has provided the current record. In the first step, I'll try to extract the corresponding month sales of each company. So here I'll try to extract Jan month sales of 180. Here I'll try to extract February month sales of 250. For that, I'll use record.field function. The first argument, to feed current row, I will use underscore. This field which you are going to extract is our current value. So I will use C. I'll close parenthesis and see the result. So here we simply extracted corresponding month's value. See here it's 180, it's 290. You can see the same value here. Now I'll try to extract sum of sales for 4 months. In first row, our requirement is to have 810, which is going to be our denominator, and 180 will be a numerator. For the denominator part, I'll use record to list function. Which will convert our record into a list. And our list will contain company name, 4 month sales, and on each iterations, it will add Jan percentage, February percentage columns. So I have to find a way to pick only 4 months, Jan to April. In the list, if we skip the first item using List.Skip function, we can eliminate the company name. Now, if I can find a way to extract the first 4 items of this list, for that I will use List.FirstN function. For the first n, I will use 4. For now, I will hard code it and then I will find a way to make it a dynamic one. So this will provide us 180, 250, 270, 110 in that way. In this particular row, it will provide us 4 month sales. Then I can use list.sum to get the sum of sales. And I will close parenthesis for table.add column and list.accumulate. I will see the result, then we can improvise. Here you can see we got percentage of contribution. But in order to convert this into a percentage, I'll use the fourth argument in table.add column function, which is a column type. I will use percentage.type. Now, if I click on this tick mark, you can see in a single step, we have added 4 columns and we did some calculations to find the percentage of contribution. Only thing we need to improvise is to find a way to hardcode this column count. For that, I will use table.column count function. Number of columns are, I will try to extract it from source, but it will have 5 columns including company names, so that I will try to deduct it one. So if I click on the tick mark, this is a dynamic one. The number of columns are purely based on our source table.